name is Steve Stevens, the best sports consultant money can buy. I make more money betting sports than anybody in the world. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie, I'm the bookie killer.
If money talks, then I got a lot to say. I'm on the grind trying to make $100,000 a day. The game that I pick, believe me, it's a winner. What I know could get you rich, cause all I pick is winners. Welcome to Las Vegas. Money talks, money talks. Welcome to Las Vegas.
How about that? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuned into the VIP Sports Podcast. I'm Darren Otero, a.k.a. Steve Stevens, the Bookie Killer. Sitting here with my ride-along host, the Paparazzi. Good morning, brother. What's going on?
Well, I noticed you drove up in something a little different today.
Well, oh, you like that new double R out there, Poppy?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys talk about having cars and doing this and doing that, but you have now, this is the third Rolls Royce since I've been in association with you.
You think any other capper has that 2024 Rolls Royce Ghost, $500,000?
Well, I've lived here now.
I know they got 580 Maybachs that are worth like 150. They got little AI BMWs, little like small time toy, old Lamborghinis, you know, shit like that. But think any of them got that $500,000 whip?
Well, I've lived here since 2008, and Las Vegas is not a very big town, especially if you're a local. And I can honestly say I have not seen any other sports consultant in this town driving a Rolls Royce.
Not like that. But anyway, it's not even about that. I mean, I don't give a fuck what I got. Obviously, if I'm getting that, my clients are getting them as well. You understand? Because we've been kicking ass and taking names, breaking these fucking bookies. I want to thank all my clients. I want to thank all my crew at VIP Sports. 2023 season has just been the all year around every sport, literally one of the best years I've had in probably 10 years.
Yet the sports books are not doing very well either. You are definitely helping clean them out.
Well, no doubt about it. But, well, the sports books are making plenty of their money. I mean, you see my DMs, Poppy. What do I get, about 600 DMs a day?
A lot.
These other wannabe consultants that are claiming to be consultants, they're hitting 20, 30%.
Yeah.
People are buried or they wouldn't be calling us. You know what I mean? So, anyway, guys, it's November 30th, podcast number 391. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. As you've seen, I put out a couple videos on after you eat that turkey, you get lazy. You still have that period between now and Christmas where you got to get on the motherfucking grind. So, guys, make sure you follow my Instagram as well. I'm getting back on my motivation shit. I ain't going to lie. Steve's been lazy for about, what do you think, about 2 years? You were begging me to do the sportsbook reviews for at least a year straight.
Yeah, about a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, so like I said, I'm back 110%. Not because I need to, because I want to. I got to find a little purpose. I got the #1 sports consultant firm in the world, and I've taken it to just, I wouldn't say another level, because it's way beyond that what I've done the last year.
We got some brand new hotels and casinos opening up here in the next couple of weeks, the Durango, the Fountain Blue, so we want to get in there and do some sportsbook reviews for these guys.
Not to 100%, and those will be coming quick. Guys, you want to get a hold of us, 877-220-6540. Go to our website, VIPSportsLasVegas.com. Put your phone number in, and we'll get back with you with a free pick. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at VIP Sports LV. Remember, we will not DM about promotions or contests. So, guys, make sure that you know that it's my page, VIP Sports LV. I used to say make sure it has a blue check, but you can buy a blue check for $10 now, so that doesn't mean nothing.
If you want to send a private message to anybody, you have to actually buy and become a premium member.
But I'm telling you, you guys, all these guys out there are being bamboozled, and it's fucking so sad and it's embarrassing because when did a guy showing a car or even a house or a watch or pictures of cash, when did that, in this time and age, how did that make him a good sports consultant?
I don't know. I take it as if somebody came up to your house to try and sell you.
Wayne Newton has a Rolls Royce. Can he go on Instagram as the best sports consultant in the world?
No.
I mean, yeah, he can, because everybody else is.
If somebody walked up to your door to try and sell you something, they showed you, hey, I got a beautiful house and I have a picture of my watch, does that make them a legitimate salesman?
Does that no
make them follow?
Well, no, these are sports bettors that are terrible at betting sports.
Right.
That put pictures up of cars, act like they're getting money, so people send them money because you see they're shining. These motherfuckers are hitting 30%, burying every one of their clients, financially breaking these people. And to be honest with you, it's not funny. It's not a fucking joke anymore. You guys are getting fucking fooled by these dudes on Instagram that are claiming to be world-class handicappers. They don't know anything else about the sports consulting world at all. They don't know any players. They don't know any coaches. They go in a sports book, look at the sheet the same way that you can, and guess a game, and then convince you to buy it? You guys got to be some of the dumbest motherfuckers in the world, no offense. Stop being fooled by Instagram. If you don't know it's not fake by now, then shame on you, and you got to be the dumbest motherfucker in the world. You see all these women now. BBLs were the big thing. Everybody got their BBLs. They're walking around. What happens? Kim K takes her out. It's not in anymore. Everyone's going back to the supermodel look. Yep. Now you're stuck with your concrete ass and you're fucked. Be a leader in life, not a follower. All these beautiful bitches women have surgery to look like. You think they look like that when them bitches wake up in the morning?
No.
Absolutely not. Their farting and coffee breath is amazing. And their face does not look that way. Are there natural, beautiful women? Absolutely. Stop being fooled on Instagram. It's the same thing in the sports consulting world. They're even posting fake tickets. And when these guys do post a $100,000 ticket, $200,000 ticket, they're posting maybe one, maybe two tickets a week, not realizing they've lost the other 11. Right. Guys, how fucking stupid are you? If they were winning every day, wouldn't they post their tickets every fucking day?
They would.
So give me a break. A guy shows over the last 2 months, I'll give you an example. Last 2 months, couple $1 million in tickets, okay? Couple $1 million in tickets. He shows promoting, he's up $20 million. These guys don't even match up. Anyway, guys, you want a guy that's been in business for 30 years. The whole reason why I started this podcast is a spinoff of my show, Money Talk, that I made history with, all right? And my goal was to help the legalization of sports betting, teach amateur, novice, and experts how to do this the right way. All right, I'm not a guy that was a garbage man 5 years ago. I'm not a big-nosed dude that carries purses that moved to Mexico. I'm not a kid that wears a suit with no shirt under it, claiming to be a boss. Guys, I'm 30 years in the fucking business, and nobody deals with the people that I deal with, plain and fucking simple. You got to know where the sharp money is. You got to know injury report. There's so many things that go into sports consulting, and you still lose. Right. I'll never sit here and tell you that I don't lose games. That's why I say when you guys sign up with someone that says they're 100-0, you got to be the dumbest motherfucker in the world. Plain and fucking simple, man. So be a little bit sharper and realize that a sports consultant's job is to make his clients money. When I post shit, I'm not bragging nothing about me. I'm posting what I'm doing for my clients. Right. That's what a sports consultant is. If I wanted to have an Instagram and target it on me like how I did my show Money Talks and go bet a couple $100,000 a day and post it every day and actually show the wins and the losses, that's not what sports consulting is all about. That was a TV show I had. Right. See, and when that's the whole reason why, let's get one thing straight. The only reason why any of you guys, and listen, not all sports consultants are bad. I'm all for it. I don't hate on the people that are doing it the right way. I got plenty of homies in the business, and big up to you guys out there getting your money and winning games and staying on the grind. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But don't be fooled. When I put out my show, Money Talks, these sports consultants wouldn't even be around if it wasn't for me. There were 15 sports consultants when I put out my show. I made history. Everybody wants to be a sports consultant. Unfortunately, they're nothing but terrible wannabe sports bettors.
With some graphics.
With some fucking graphics. Graphic these fucking nuts. Anyway, we got a great show. Want to shout out to the troops. Like I said, man, appreciate you guys holding it down. Any military, DM me. I will give you guys a free pick. What's going on, Poppy?
Well, we got to talk about something. About 7 or 8 years ago, you put out a PDA to NBA players that you said, hit the ass, keep the cash.
Well, that's got to be the NBA motto. I told you that from the very beginning. And not to bring him up, R.I.P. Kobe Bryant. He was one of the first ones we were discussing when he got caught with his side piece, and 100%. So,
but that was a very good thing. I think a lot of NBA players took your advice. But we got a major problem right now in sports. Over in Tampa Bay with the Rays, Wander Franco, one of their stars, got a big $215 million contract. He was caught having a relationship with a 14-year-old. And then now, Josh Giddey, the starting point guard for Oklahoma City in the NBA, supposedly he fucked the 14-year-old. Now the NBA is investigating him. So Steve Stevens, What are your thoughts? Do you have a PDA to these NBA players about young girls?
Who do you want me to start with first? Let's go Juan.
Wander.
All right, so basically he's in the Dominican. That's where he's from, obviously, right?
Yes.
All right, so was he doing that in America or was he doing that over there?
I believe the 14-year-old is from Dominica.
Okay, so it was an open relationship, or how did it all go down? I'm a little confused.
I'm not so sure on all the details, but he was having a relationship. I don't think he was trying to publicize it, knowing she was 14 and knowing he got a $215 million contract from Tampa.
Okay, well, last time I checked, you have to be 18 in that country as well, and people frown that just like the United States, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you fucking a 14-year-old, you're absolutely fucking disgusting. You should be locked up, and you're a fucking certified pedophile.
I agree.
That's all I need to say on that. And the fact that he's doing that, and the fact that the United States of America pays his contract, get rid of his ass, null and void, fire his ass, send him back to the Dominican, and put him in jail.
Now, the Josh Giddey thing was...
You fuck my 14-year-old daughter, I'm blowing your fucking brains out.
I think
Let's get that fucking straight right off the fucking bat. I'm blowing your fucking brains out. Period.
Now, Josh Giddey was a little different. He was at a club, an 18 and over club.
So anyway, that was my answer to that situation with him. Get rid of him, fire him, don't pay him $1, send him back, lock his pedophile ass up because he ain't done. You do it once, it's a fetish, it's something you like. You're going to continue to do it. Plain and fucking simple. They got to get a hold on his bitch ass. Now, the second story is completely different. So go ahead and what do you...
Now, he was in a club, an 18 and over club. He went
Correct.
and fucked this girl after, I guess, they only had sex one time. The story came out about a year after now. But supposedly...
Why did the story come out? Is someone trying to get paid? Is the girl...
I think the girl is trying to get paid, probably trying to get some press.
So she brought out the story.
She brought out the story, but she portrayed herself as an 18-year-old. She was in that club saying that she was 18 years old. So
what are they trying to do? What is the NBA doing? Are they just investigating right now?
Right now they're
so if I was the NBA investigator, are you asking me what Steve Stevens would do?
What Steve Stevens do?
All right. Well, first of all, it's a horrible situation, guys. Groupiness and NBA players and I mean, sports consultants in my industry, they ain't got to worry about it because nobody knows who the fuck they are when they go outside the house. You know what I'm saying? But real stars, NBA players, professional athletes, the groupiness of these women have went to a whole nother level. Guys, girls at 12, 13, 14 years old are getting manipulated by older men. They see things, back to what I said about Instagram being fake, okay? They see things on Instagram. They have access to sex, porn, and I could see how a 14-year-old would try to get in with some celebrities and do what she had to do, no matter how she was raised or what she's doing. Unfortunately, here's how I would look at it. I'm in a club where you have to be I'm the NBA player. I'm in a club where everybody is 18 and over. It's the club's job to ID, make sure that everybody is of age to be in that situation. Yes or no?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, so I'm automatically assuming I'm having a couple drinks. I'm an NBA player. I'm in there. I see a girl in a club. The last thing you're thinking about is IDing the girl because she's in a club that's 18 and over.
Right.
So that wouldn't even have crossed my fucking mind.
Right.
Not even, I would have said, hey, what's up? So that situation, if I'm in the NBA, it's unfortunate. I would be going hard on the nightclub that did it. And more importantly, guys, to all you people, NBA players, hit the ass and keep your cash is only part of it. What happens when you have a situation where the girl's underage right now? Guys, you know how everybody has an assistant? Every motherfucker I know from the streets, all my athlete friends, MLB, boxing.
Nobody walks around with at least one person all the time.
No, but everybody has one homie that they bring with them, a couple homies. Drake, everybody has a couple childhood friends that you put on with you. Those motherfuckers need to carry around a consent form and a photo of your ID. It's that fucking serious, guys.
I mean, you're in the NBA. You know you're taking a big risk. Obviously, the girl couldn't have probably looked 25 or 30. So, you're looking at somebody that's kind of young. You got to use your fucking head and check IDs.
Well, yeah, but unfortunately, in that particular situation, I'm not going to sanction that player for that, even though I don't agree with it. This girl voluntarily put herself in there. It's completely the club's fault. I'm in your club. Right. Everybody's supposed to be 18 years of age. Boom. So, I mean, is 9 out of 10 guys really going to ask for ID?
No.
No, but, guys, you have a multi-million-dollar contract. You better make sure you want to start thinking about it because in this day and age, look at Puffy. Whether he did all that shit or not, which more than likely he did, they're about to get on his ass and he's about to go down. Yep. So my advice to you, Puffy, remember when Russell Simmons had all his drama? He left the country for a year. Nobody saw him, heard from it, and what happened? It disappeared. Little advice, take Russell Simmons' advice. You might want to leave the country. Let's get right into the show, Poppy. Let's talk about NFL.
Well, New York Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers moved one step closer to an improbable early comeback as he returned to practice Wednesday on a limited basis, exactly 11 weeks after surgery to repair a torn Achilles. By rule, the Jets have 21 days to decide whether to activate Rodgers from the injured reserve. Rodgers said his decision to return to game action will be based on two factors: his health and the team's standing in the playoff race. The Jets are just 4-7 and would need a miracle to make the postseason.
Did I tell you he would come back? Yes or no? Did I say that he would be back in December?
Yes,
You want to? Do we need to rewind the podcast?
No.
See, just like we always say, men lie, women lie, results don't. Just like you can rewind and see all of our percentages on the games that we're giving out. I told you that he would be back in December. My thoughts on that? Absolutely not. They're not going to the fucking playoffs. They're not getting in. What are you bringing Aaron back for?
Totally agree.
But that shows you how serious he is and how bad he wants to play. And that's why I wish we would have got him out here with the Raiders.
Props to Aaron, but I think you got to look towards next season. They're going nowhere this season. It got to be based on his health to get him as healthy as possible for next year.
Yep. Las Vegas police arrested more than 70,000 people and identified more than 200 victims in a sex trafficking operation during the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Chief said that while the effort was focused on the resort corridor, they made arrests through the valley as part of the
Well,
operation.
you kind of called that too.
Guys, it's nothing new. Don't let this story fool you. This is bitches coming in from Portland, from Seattle, all over the fucking country, from New York, from everywhere. This was the place for a hoe to be, F1. There was a lot of guys with a lot of fucking money, and the task force knew that. They knew these women were coming. They made arrests. No different than what happens out here in Vegas every day. It was just a little bit more of them.
Now, will the Super Bowl have more hoes than
Oh,
F1?
my God. Absolutely. And Metro, leave them alone. Leave the hoes alone, man.
a little money.
Let them get their money, because what you don't realize is the tricks that are putting all the money into our city are the ones paying for that pussy.
That's right.
Remember that. And your politician buddies and probably your police chief. You know what I mean? So let's get that straight as well. Here's a question from a fan. A few weeks ago, 10 members of the Gambino crime family were arrested in New York. So we know the mafia still exists, but is the mafia still involved in any way in Las Vegas?
I plead the fifth.
Besides some small things and maybe a couple other different things, are they running the large corporations, the big casinos? Absolutely not. Nope. Corporations took over the mob a long time ago. A long time ago. Big corporations, big money, bottom out. And it's actually a shame because in my father's age, I'm third generation born and raised in Las Vegas, the casinos aren't ran the same way as the mob ran them. The mob gave you the free drinks. They treated you good. They comp your food. You know, in this day and age at the hotel, you could lose a fucking $50,000 and you got to beg to get a comp at STK. Shouldn't even have to ask. The motherfucker should come up and give it to you.
Totally agree.
This respect in the one-on-one of the client and the casino host, it's not there anymore because it's too big of a level. There's a lot of hosts, and you know they're only focusing on the big people to get their money. But they still give out your free drinks. I mean, go into these little local hotels. You got fucking grandma in there with her oxygen tank, smoking a cigarette, playing a video poker machine, getting free drinks all day long.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Let's get right into NBA. What's Mark Cuban doing?
Well, Mark Cuban's making big news this week. Mark Cuban is working on a $3.5 billion sale of the Dallas Mavericks to the Sands Casino family empire. Under the proposed deal, Cuban would still oversee basketball operations. And Mark Cuban also announced that he will be leaving the show Shark Tank after this next season in 2024.
Well, I love Mark Cuban. Always have. I remember when I was coming up with Floyd, when Floyd started fucking with some real money. I was like, that's who you need to start hanging out with on a daily basis, Mark Cuban. And all of a sudden, a week later, hey, what's up, D? Listen on intercom. Guess who I'm with? I said, Mark motherfucking Cuban. Mark's yelling in the background, yeah, baby. But he's one of the hardest workers in the fucking game. Stone cold businessman, knows his shit. I just think it's time for him to take a break. He should get, Shark Tank is getting old for him. He has plenty of businesses. He doesn't need any more.
Well, there's rumors he might run for president. Would you support him to be president?
100% fucking %. 100%. We'd have to
Got
see.
Steve Stevens' endorsement.
We'd have to see what he's talking about, but absolutely, the guy's a stone cold businessman and a square, and he knows what's right and what's wrong. I don't think he would. I mean, there's not a president in the world that didn't focus on him making money when he was in that chair. Because you ever met a broke president?
No.
You ever met a broke president's wife?
No.
No, there's not too many of them out there, Poppy. But whatever he does, good luck to you, Mark. Let's get right into the show, Poppy. In the NBA, the Orlando Magic. Well, hold on. Before we get into it, we ran a promotion yesterday. Yeah. Or what was that? Tuesday, the play-in, in-season tournament.
It was Tuesday night.
Ran the 2-0 promotion. 2-0, no fucking big deal. No big deal, Poppy. NBA Orlando Magic won 8 straight games. Orlando's 14-3 in the first half. Guys, you better get your pen and piece of paper out. We're about to start doing some golden nuggets.
Yeah, that's a good one. One more time. Orlando is 14-3 against the spread in the first half. The Miami Heat are also 14-3 against the spread in the first half. They've been playing some good basketball. Out Jimmy Butler and out Tyler Hero. I think they're going to be out tonight one more time.
Well, there's not a lot of you act like that's no big deal. There's no one listening to this show that's 14-3 against in NBA. Guys, that's one stat right there. Miami Heat 14-3 against the spread in the first half. Write that down and circle it. Orlando Magic 14-3 in the first half. Guys, you haven't been 28-6 in your entire life. That's 2 stats that's giving it to you right there. That's insane.
Well, here, before we go into more stats, there was a big NHL story this week. Veteran star Corey Perry, who signed with the Chicago Blackhawks for a 1-year deal this week, got kicked off the team. It was supposedly a mutual split, but supposedly he fucked Connor Bedard, who's the big star on that team. He's supposed to be the next Connor McDavid. Supposedly he fucked his mother. And he took a little break from the team. The team took a break from him, and now he's officially away. But this is supposedly the story of what happened. How does Steve think about that?
Fucking A. Well, yeah, that's going to go a little deep when you fuck moms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I wouldn't know how I would deal with that. That'd be a lot. It's probably shameful, embarrassment, and he probably had to leave the fucking team.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, 100%. Put your head in the sand, go somewhere else, and hope everybody forgets about it as soon as possible.
Yeah, he needs to go with P. Diddy.
Yeah, not to mention Moms is fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
But, Moms is older. She's on a little alcohol. You'd be surprised what a bitch will do on some drugs and alcohol.
Now, do you think the other teammates now are thinking we got to stay away from Mom, or Mom gets a little alcohol in her and we got Mom tonight?
No, Mom was a cougar, found her little dick, got a youngster, fuck her all night long or whatever with his hard dick, and fucking enjoyed it. She ain't been fucked like that in a while. You know what I mean? But they get tired of the rabbit fucking after a while. Yeah.
Go get
Mom
it,
just
Mom.
need a little D, man. Do your thing. Anyway, NHL conference, while you're talking about hockey, standing straight up and against the spread. Rangers, 16-4 and 11-9 against the spread. Bruins, 14-4 and 12-9 against the spread. Flyers, 15-7 on the puck line. For those that you don't know, puck line is either plus 1.5 or minus 1.5. Blue Jackets have the worst record in the Metropolitan Conference, but Columbus is an impressive 15-8 on the puck line.
And like we always say, you don't have to take those big name teams. It doesn't necessarily mean the big name teams are the ones we're going to cover. You could be taking teams like Columbus.
Well, yeah. See, people go into hockey and they try to treat it like baseball, where you'll take a minus 230, minus 1.5 in baseball, and you know
it's easy money. We got 'em tonight.
Yeah. You do that shit in hockey, you're going to get your fucking head split open
Real quick.
You got to. Very few, you got to know what you're doing in the puck line. But let's get right into that Western Conference, representing our Vegas Golden Knights, 14-5, 11-12 against the spread. Not too good.
No, that's a team who's 14-5, won 14 out of 19 games. But if you're playing them betting-wise, they're only 11-12.
You've been betting the Golden Knights, you're buried.
Correct.
Canucks, 15-7 and 16-7 against the spread. Best in the NHL. You want me to tell you that again, guys? Canucks, 15-7, 16-7 against the spread in NHL, best in the league.
Our Knights are playing them tonight.
We'll see. Avalanche 15-6 and 13-8 against the spread. I'm not giving out any more hockey. Next, they're going to ask me to do my first period totals. You guys want those first period totals? 80+% winning percentage? DM now. We'll get you on that package. What's the NFL recap, Poppy?
Well, you and I gave out a lot of winners on Thanksgiving. Unfortunately, we gave out one loser.
Detroit, yeah.
Yeah, my Lions. But recap, we basically handed you guys 3 of 4 winners on Thanksgiving, with the Cowboys and San Fran blowout winners on Thursday, and Miami blowout winner on Black Friday over the Jets. We did say that the 49ers versus Seattle was a $500,000 game result, and San Fran did win that one 31-13 over Seattle and Ethan's Seattle Seahawks.
Well, not only that, but the two guys that had the fucking nerve to say thanks for Detroit, Steve. Yeah. Number one, I don't owe you a motherfucking thing, number one, okay? You want my plays? Call up and buy them, you cheap fuck. But there's so many of my followers and listeners that I love, that I want to help out. We gave you, out of the 4 games on the board, we took you 3-1. That's 75% for free. Could you imagine what my real clients are doing? I mean, who the fuck are you talking to? That's 75%. Did you hit 75% over the week of Thanksgiving? Fuck no. Anyway, and I also told you that the 49er game was going to be a $500,000 game, and it was going to be an absolute blowout, didn't I?
You did. You said it's a $500,000 game, quote unquote.
Anyway, speaking of the Dallas game on Thanksgiving, did you happen to see Dolly Parton's halftime performance wearing a Dallas Cowboy cheerleading uniform? Well, I heard Big Skipper wanted to suck her titties. Yeah, is that true?
I got a text. I got a text as soon as it got over that Skip said I would fuck her. And I said,
of course, he's just playing. Yeah, he was laughing, doing his thing. But
he said I would still fuck her.
That's his way of doing a compliment, saying that, she's looking good. Dolly always looks old as hell to me. Shout out for being her 110 years old and still holding her titties up and out there doing her thing. God bless her. She's an inspiration in the country music.
She did a great job. I mean, for being how old she is, she did a phenomenal job.
But are you asking me, did she look sexy? No. She took her clothes off, I'd throw up.
You don't want 75, 80-year-olds?
No, thank. That thing is drier than the turkey I ate for my deep fryer this weekend.
You like Kelly better than that?
Oh, my God. Yeah, no, we ain't doing none of that. Recap. Betting favorites had an historical week in week number 12. Going into Monday night's game between Chicago and Minnesota, favorites covered the spread 12 of 15 games in week 12. Those guys with the favorites and over finally had 1 week out of the 12, man.
The sports books weren't real happy.
Oh, my God. But that's how the sports books make all the money.
They're going to get you next week.
Everybody bets the favorites and over. Yeah. This was the only week out of 12 weeks that this happened. But favorites, 12 out of 15 games, tying the record for the most in a single week. Minnesota failed to cover as a 3-point favorite versus Chicago, which would have broke the record. And I know that very well because I had the sorry-ass Minnesota fucking Vikings.
Yeah, that was a horrible fucking game. How they don't have flex scheduling to take that game off of Monday night and put Buffalo Philly on there, I have no idea.
Mind-blowing.
All these things, horrible.
Let's get right into NFL Week 13, guys. The Bills, the Bears, Raiders, Vikings, Giants, and Ravens all have their bye this week. Now, keep in mind, so would NFL be a great thing to bet this week from a professional sports bettor? No. Not at all.
The menu's cut down a bunch.
Correct. And are you going to be playing sides during this time? No, you're playing totals. That's what you're playing.
Or college basketball.
100%. All the money is in college basketball without any shadow of a doubt. Also got a big NFC matchup in Philly. San Francisco -3 at Philly, 47.5. Philly is 10-1 straight up, but the Eagles are still home underdogs. Are you surprised with that line?
I am a little surprised. Philly is the team that beat San Francisco in the NFC Championship last year. Philly's 10-1. Philly's playing great football. San Francisco's had a little bit of problems. I don't see Philly as a 3-point dog at home, although I do like San Francisco.
Yeah, well, like I said, this is going to be probably the best game we've seen in a long time because we're going to see where these two teams stand before we get into the playoffs.
Yes.
These are two solid teams, and I want to see these guys see each other. I'm actually really excited about this fucking game.
Me too.
If you had to choose between the two teams, who do you think could represent the NFC in the Super Bowl?
I still like San Francisco if they stay healthy as long as McCaffrey's there, but you're not going to go wrong with taking Philly either. Philly's a really good team.
Couple damages to San Fran, they can easily be beat.
Yeah.
Philly's not playing the way that I thought they would play all year long. It's pretty much a tie for me. So that'd be my answer. You got the Browns at the Rams. Rams -3.5. Another shit game out there, huh? 39.5 total.
Yep.
Injury news. Deshaun Watson is gone for the rest of the year. Cleveland is hopeful that the all-pro edge rusher Myles Garrett will play on Sunday with a shoulder injury. The trend in this one, Cleveland's 1-4 against the spread on the road. Rams offense is finally healthy, and they scored 37 points last week. Are you surprised the total in this game is only 39.5?
No. You got a backup quarterback for Cleveland. You don't know if their star defensive players playing. Matt Stafford gets hurt easily. No.
And you don't know whether the Rams are going to go crazy or
Right,
not.
right.
You know what I mean?
It's a game for me that I just don't even look at, to be honest.
100%. They asked me, Steve, would you look at the side or the total? The side, without any shadow of a doubt. Read between the lines. We just gave it to you. Yeah. You got Chiefs -6 at the Packers. God, did the Raiders look like they were all pumped up that first half against the Chiefs, huh?
I got a text from Jack the Track saying Raiders. He asked me earlier today, could Raiders win? And I said, I don't think so. I think Kansas City will blow them out in the end. He sends me a text at halftime, Raiders, knew it. I said, it's not over yet. And boom, Kansas City covered.
First half, play of the fucking day.
Yeah.
Anyway, Chiefs -6 at the Packers, 42.5. Green Bay pulled the upset on Thanksgiving over Detroit. They are 3-1 straight up and against the spread in their last 4 games. But here's the golden nugget, guys. The Chiefs are 6-1 to the under in their last 7 games. Green Bay is 5-2 to the under in their last 7 games.
Kind of pointed out where you should go in that.
Well, no. I mean, on paper, shows under. Is that what Steve Stevens is taking? We'll have to wait and see. One extra golden nugget prop, guys. The Chargers have scored first in 16 of their last 21 games, including last 2 weeks in their losses to Green Bay and last week versus Baltimore.
Well, that's a play for you. Put that right on the golden.
Well, it's a prop. It's a prop that they'll score first.
Yeah.
You ask Steve about props. The only thing I'm propping is my nuts right on the bookie's chin. That's the only thing I'm propping up. Let's get right into college basketball, Poppy. What do we got?
Well,
hey,
number 4.
I'm gonna be an hour or so. Who is that?
Number 4, UConn cruised to an 84-64 win over New Hampshire on Monday, setting an NCAA record in the process. The win marked the Huskies' 24th straight non-conference victory by double digits. The record dates back to the start of last season and includes all 6 of UConn's NCAA tournament games during its national championship run. Now, UConn's record could be snapped in a huge game Friday night in Lawrence, Kansas, as the number 4 Huskies take on the number 5 Kansas Jayhawks. Stat in this one, Kansas was favored by 39 points on Thursday against Eastern Illinois, but only won by 8 points.
Yeah, 100%. You might have to fucking take that master closer course, bro. What, your voice fluctuations a little off? You're a little monotone? What's going on? Everything all right over there?
Everything's fine.
I mean, I'm hearing you, but I'm not feeling you. Guys, are you hearing Poppy or are you feeling him? I need to make sure, man. Our show, we need to make sure you feel that shit. You know what I mean?
Let me try better. One of the only ranked teams that is covering the spread is the Arizona Wildcats, who have climbed all the way up to number 2 in the national rankings. But the Wildcats are not just winning games. Arizona is also 6-0 against the spread.
There you go. That you know what? I was going to critique you because you went straight radio announcer, and we're trying to get a pot. Then you closed it out with a little voice fluctuation. Good job, man. I like that one.
Thank you.
I love it. One of the only ranked teams that has covered the spread is the Arizona Wildcats, who climbed all the way to number 2 in the national rankings. But the Wildcats are not just winning games, Poppy. They're also 6-0 against the spread. They're not fucking around.
Tommy Lloyd, great coach, one of the best coaches ever.
Guys, you sports bettors out there that are focused on NFL, when you have this slate of college basketball, it just shows that you need my help more than ever, because you have no business betting NFL with college basketball this easy.
It's like going to a restaurant and having 8 items to order, or going to a restaurant and having 100 and something items to order.
It's not even up for discussion. In the Horizon League now, the Oakland Golden Grizzlies don't get too much attention, but Oakland is nation's best at 8-0, and yes, they got an outright win the other night that was just absolutely fucking amazing.
Shout out from Michigan. That's
yeah,
right.
No fucking doubt about it. Fucking Oakland Grizzlies 8-0 against the fucking spread.
Yeah, playing good basketball.
I can't believe it's not on my mind, but they just beat somebody the other night outright.
Yeah, as a dog.
Huh? Who was it? Xavier.
Yeah, they're 17
Xavier.
or 19-point dog.
And beat him outright.
Correct.
Fucking mind-blowing. And Xavier never had the lead the entire game. So, yeah, Oakland is hot as a pistol. Put it down for the Bay repping Oakland. Huh, Gregory?
No, not the Bay. That's the Oakland from Detroit.
Oh, yeah, Oakland, Detroit Grizzlies. Yeah, you're 100% right. BYU basketball is looking to go 7-0 against the spread on Friday night versus Fresno State. Here's the nugget, though, Poppy. This is a neutral site game. BYU 2-0 against the spread in neutral site games. Fresno State 0-2 against the spread in a neutral site.
Yeah, Cal Santa Barbara took down Fresno State in a close game on Tuesday night. BYU has been playing great basketball. I like BYU in this one.
Well, you got our UNLV running Rebels taking on my son's school where he goes to college, Boise State. What do you think about that?
I'm proud of the Rebels. The Rebels have played great football. They went up to Air Force, beat Air Force over there.
Can they beat Boise?
Yes, they can beat Boise. I don't count this team out at all. This team is playing for real. They've played for real, covered a lot of games this year, and they can beat Boise, yes.
Championship Saturday in college football. But first, Friday Night Lights, huge matchup. Pac-12 championship in Vegas, baby. Number 5, Oregon versus number 3, Washington. Oregon is a big 9.5-point favorite, total 65.5. Washington won the first meeting early in the season in Seattle, 36-33. But Oregon had 6 straight very impressive wins. Washington struggled last week and barely got their rival, Washington, 24-21. They barely got Washington State.
I'm going to this game. I'm excited for this game. Michael Penix is my favorite quarterback.
Now, a couple things people need to know. If I'm not mistaken, okay, because obviously the Raiders and the Rebels play in the same stadium, which is the same stadium, Allegiant, where this game will be taking place.
Yes.
But here's the thing. You understand in the NFL, they roll out real grass for the Raiders.
Right.
But I'm pretty positive, and if I'm not mistaken, the college team plays on turf.
They do.
Correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
The Raiders field
so
is
my
actually
question,
outside, and they lift it in somehow.
correct. With that being said, this game will be playing indoor on turf.
Correct.
So you got to remember that, which can be very explosive for Oregon.
Yeah, I'm going to the game. I'm very excited for this game. I think this game will be one of the best matchups out of all the championships. And
Well, I'll tell you, the Ducks have a very strong rushing attack, and Washington has really struggled stopping the run. The stat, Washington's defense had just 19 sacks the entire season. Oregon has allowed the fewest number of sacks in the nation. My question, are you interested in going to Allegiant Stadium for this primetime game? Poppy just told you he's going. I don't know. Maybe I will take the kids. That might be a fun game to go to.
I think this game will be, honestly, one of the best ones out of all the championship matchups.
But unfortunately for me, I got 30 guys to run, and we'll be consulting and making other people money, so I have to take sacrifices, and so more than likely I won't be at the game.
Understand.
Plain and fucking simple. But on paper, sure looks to me like a motherfucking Duck blowout.
I think it's going to go over the total. That's where I like it.
Well, I didn't say who I was playing. I'm just saying keep that down. Saturday SEC Championship game is in Atlanta at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Number 1 Georgia minus 5.5 versus number 8 Alabama 54.5. Georgia 4-7 against the spread. Alabama 8-4 against the spread. Trend in this one: Alabama's 9-3 to the over this season. The trend: Georgia's 5-0 to the over in their last 5 neutral sites. Georgia's 5-1 against the spread in the first half in their last 6 games in conference opponents. That last Georgia game scared the shit out of me.
It did. Alabama's very lucky that Auburn couldn't defend a 25-yard fucking 4th down and gave up a touchdown. That's how Alabama got there. I have a side bet with somebody from this office. They like Alabama. I love Georgia. Who do you like in this one?
Like I said, man, if I had to handicap the game with no line, Georgia, no doubt about
That's
it.
been your team all year.
So, we'll have to see. Well, like I said, I don't bet them all the time. Like last week, I was so glad I didn't touch that game. I mean, they struggled in that particular game. And even in that game, I thought second half they would turn it up. It seemed like right when they were trying to, they would shut them down.
There was no shout out in the script to my Michigan Wolverines who handled Ohio State.
Oh, they sure did, and they got the job done. But, guys, like I said, as far as a sports bettor's perspective, this is by far the best time of the year. It's holiday time. You need to make a second income. Stop being bamboozled by all these guys that don't know nothing. You want a guy that can go to work for you, a guy that'll make you money, make you a second income, and show you the proven ways of winning? DM now. Put your number into our website. I can help you guys achieve success. Like I said, man, you got NHL, college basketball. You got all these bowl games coming up. NFL is breaking down right now. So as I said, your main focus to make money is definitely going to be in college basketball. Behalf of VIP Sports, myself, the crew, the paparazzi, we love you. And remember one thing, don't let the players be the only ones that get paid. I'll see you in the winner's circle.
It's Steve Stevens, I bust your bookie head open. Split it to the white meat, I ain't joking. Me and Dirt Bomb in the ghost float. Straight OG like that kush I be smoking. It's way too potent for rookies to come hit it. A little white girl around, I might sniff it. Popping bub in the club, so twisted. My pops keeps telling me to go get it. So I'm at the sports book, betting big on the Clippers. I'm talking about 5 figures, I need a few shots of liquor. Might need another zipper if the bomb play me. Fuck around and put a $500,000 on Tom Brady. When it comes to betting sports, Steve Stevens a beast. Need a certified winner called VIP Sports. Got too many felonies to ride around with my Glock, so sure to keep it since I got shot in Vegas like Pac. Here and I